Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Spazcraft here. Check out all of the festive cheer we have. We're in Skatem's base. I just came out of his nether portal, and he's got items everywhere and chests everywhere. We really need to expand our storage system as well. I know he has ambitions for a huge automated one, but we just need to make a big one ourselves, much like that, because we just have a ton of items now. Especially after clearing that room, I feel like I've just got double chests of cobble and andesite and granite and whatever the other one is called. Really just have, or diorite is what it's called. We really have lots of that now, and we're getting some more blocks, especially now that we got these farms going. Shoot, we're gonna need a double chest for just blaze rods and hopefully slimes soon. And then of course the bones as well. Now that we'll get that, we'll get the rotten flesh. We're getting all sorts of stuff up and running, and the enderman as well once we get to the end. So we're really going to need to expand our storage system, and that little side wall entrance in our area is not going to work. However, I am going to be leaving that for another episode down the road. What I'd like to do now is go ahead and finish the slime farm. So we're going to come ahead down here, and I'm just going to drop off some items. And we have plenty of stone down in the base, and oh, this actually looks kind of nice. Basically going to just leave a lot of the stone down in the actual base, and we're going to use that. We're going to turn it into slabs, and we're going to slab basically the entire floor. We're going to take out all the floors and replace them with slabs. That's going to be our first step, and then our second step is going to be to evenly distribute jack-o'-lanterns. So I'm going to grab some more. I know I brought some with us, right? 20, yeah, we're gonna need a lot more, so I'm probably gonna make a couple stacks of those, and we'll go grab those. So we'll need some stack of coal to make some torches for that. And just making sure we get all this in here. Alright, we're gonna need to get more wood soon. We need one more. Okay, so we'll make this, and that way we'll be able to make a lot of jack-o'-lanterns. Probably won't need quite that many, but we're going to need definitely a bunch. So we'll get that. We'll put this dirt away, and we'll let that smelt because we might need that later to repair the little bit of damage we do to our pickaxe. So let's go ahead and run down. We're going to need to get some more chicken as well. Yeah, we got to go all the way down. We have to go all the way down this time. Whoa. Oh god, oh god, oh god, that was so close. Rubber banding a little bit there with a bit of lag. We also need to check out Preston's farm, or Preston's house. We'll probably do that, not this episode, but next episode we'll probably do that, because we might have someone else coming to join Spazcraft. And if that is the case, if that's the case, then I definitely will do probably a tour of both of their new places as we show them around. Oh, and it looks like Skatem has done a little bit of work down here. Yeah, he's done a little bit of terraforming. You can see he cleaned up the farms. We don't really need those anymore. He's built a little bit on this and put some flowers around and redid this lake a little bit. So this looks pretty. Oh, look at this bridge. Oh, I like this bridge. It's cute. Which big flower are you missing? Let me think. Which flower is it? Is it the purple bush? But isn't that one? Is there a different purple bush? Which one is it? We had this working. I don't think I showed too much of this off in that last episode, but it's only making those two. So the bluish one? I don't know of a bluish one. Not really sure what you're talking about there, but we have some work to do on getting this to be finished, but I think Skatem's going to take charge of that. So yeah, I think it is that tall purplish one that I'm thinking of, so that you can come out here and spam those. I might have it in my chest. I'll have to double check. I will double check my chest. But we're going to go in here and grab some jack-o'-lanterns and then head back into the slime farm, and we're going to do our work on that. Let's see how this is coming. Oh wow, that's just about completely full, which is cool. But we're going to we'll start with 2 stacks of these. Yeah, 2 stacks should be enough. Oh yeah, you have to put it under it. I forgot that's actually a specific recipe. Okay, so that should be good. Oh, let's grab some more food. Why is that a single chest? Oh yeah, because it's got the sorter behind it. Just grab another half stack. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to head up to these slime chunks. We'll have to build more paths. I'll probably have a path that comes across this bridge, and then we'll come over to the left here, and then we'll probably wrap up where, you know, we still have to finish that sheep farm. Although it's finished, we just have to make it look nice, essentially. I do need to breed them more up, so maybe I should farm some wheat up at Zerthic's place. Alright. Boom. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to put this stuff in here for now. Actually, I guess I should take 1 stack of this. We won't need fire resistance. 1, 2, we're just going to do a cobblestone because that's all we really need. No reason to make it anything else. So the way this is probably going to work is 1, probably just clear out some of these rows. And then it's basically going to be a slab so that mobs can still spawn on top because it's at the normal level, but then underneath the slimes will have another half of a block because they need the 3 to spawn. I think they need like the 2.5, but this extra block above them, that full block above them, will allow them to jump the big ones much more efficiently to let them get over the edge much better. And it looks like Skatem's been farming the slimes down there. It seems to be working quite nicely. So we're going to get to work on this. Both of us are going to split together. We're going to do this. And I think the way I'm going to put these in the floor is really just going to be like this. Oh yeah, you have to have a block underneath of these. I forgot how annoying. Why? Ugh. I don't understand why you have to do that with jack-o'-lanterns. Doesn't make any sense. They're just weird. There we go. So I think that will probably work. I'm not sure how far we have to space these apart, but I think it's like probably every 2. It's probably every 2, I'm guessing. Well, that's what we'll do. We'll do every 2. Oh god, no, it won't fit. Okay, we won't be doing every 2. We'll work this out, but this looks like about the area that it lights up. So we're going to get to work, and yeah, I'll cut back to you guys after we get these floors set up. And just like that, with some teamwork, Skatem and I have completely lit up the place. We put these in the floor, spaced at 3. Of course, it's never going to be even no matter what you use, but we've gone ahead and done that. So all the floors are completely lit up, and we got rid of all of the torches. So now we're actually going to put slabs into the floors on every single one, and then the floors will be ready. We'll get rid of these, and then we'll probably just build like a ladder along one of the corners to get down to the bottom for testing purposes. And we'll start with designing the water flow on the bottom. Oh, and I need to take these off of the ceiling up here, so I'll do that while he starts slabbing at the top. Okay guys, the entire thing has been slabbed. I did a big chunk, or I did a part of it, and Skatem did a big chunk of it. As we got a thunderstorm and I got a little distracted. He finished it up, so as you can see, plenty of space for them to spawn. It's all lit up. They can spawn on top of these slabs and on the pumpkins. And then, with the exception of these hanging down to maybe catch them a little bit, for the most part, they'll be able to hop freely and get themselves out. Then they'll fall down while they'll land in the water. They'll either be forced directly into cacti, or they will be pushed around to a slot in the edge. We're not quite sure how we're going to do it yet. We might do one on each side. Really unsure. I just put a ladder all the way down. Of course, this will all be changed later, but for now, it's being adjusted accordingly. I'm going to take this, because I'm going to move this down below, because that's where we're working now. And then I'm going to remove the stairs when I head back down, and I'll come and grab these chests at another time. I'll just have to leave them here for a little bit, unfortunately. Let's see, can I grab one of these chests? Probably not. You know what I should do? Actually, let's place this back again. Let's do this. And then let's shove a whole bunch of stuff in here. And then we'll just, that way we can start emptying things out just enough. Okay, now let's take like 1 stack here, force it in there. All right, there we go. And oh no. Okay, that'll work because I have to be able to pick this up. So again, I'll come up and get these later. I know exactly how to drop down into here where that water's dripping, and I'll come get these and I'm going to move them all to my base at another time. But for now, I want to clear all this out of here and then set up the base down below. And then basically these platforms will be ready for spawning, which will be nice. And essentially we'll just have to set up a system to be far away, but yet close by, which I'm thinking either just having a minecart that takes you out, and then maybe we'll have you run back in, or just takes you out and keeps you there, or you can just walk out yourself in a place where you can AFK in. So not really quite sure how that's going to work yet, but we're going to figure this out. Okay, there's another one. All these floors look good. All right. So all of these floors are indeed good. And this is the little base area in here, and this is kind of where I'm going to keep our operations for now. This is all just going to be temporary. All right, then over here. This will all probably have to have chests eventually to hold everything, but for now, this single chest will be good enough. I'm just going to throw a couple of these in here so I do have some inventory space. Oh, I didn't see I could stack that. That's dumb. All right. Boom. Okay, so there we go. We have this completely set up. So now I'm just going to basically decide how I want to capture them. I might actually make a quick tunnel in that direction and hang out and just see how many we can get to drop down here. And I'm going to watch some more videos and probably figure this out. And this is something Skatem and I will be working on probably later tonight, because I have to go get ready as it's Christmas Eve and it's time to go head to church and have a dinner. And, oh, speaking of slimes falling from the sky, there they are. Well, they're spawning, and they can get to the edge. So, that's for sure. Look at that. That's cool. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spawning platforms, which is pretty darn good. My only thing is that one at the top, I wonder if I should have double checked to see if they spawn actually at 40 or if it's below 40, because if it's actually at 40, I could have had all these up one more, in which case this would be 3 high, which means it would definitely be safe to put water and do traps down here, but it's good either way. Oh no, there's a dirt block right there. Okay, well, let me get to work. Well, guys, we got the killer set up here. We have our cacti, we have the water flowing in, it flows into the hoppers in the front, the hoppers come around, and look at this, it works! Whether or not it's the perfectly most efficient thing ever, it's not, because we do have water that flows all the way around. Let's actually take a look at what we have set up here. I have a tunnel around now because the water was a pain in the butt, and Skatem actually died because he was placing the hoppers down. A big slime came up behind him. The water forced the big slime into it. As you know, slimes can attack twice as fast as other mobs. So they rapid attacked him as he was pushed up into the cactus, and he died and lost a lot of his items because they all broke into the cactus, which is quite unfortunate. So this is obviously not the most efficient farm. I think we could make this like ice on here or something to make them hop faster, but that's not really that important to us. Ideally, you would just want them to fall straight down and then get killed eventually by a ring of cacti all the way around, but that takes up a lot of hoppers, and right now we do not have the hoppers to do that. So instead, we've gone with the second best thing, or really the third best thing now, is basically water that flows all the way around and then basically brings them into here, or then it will force them into the cacti and then die. We didn't realize that we dug this pretty low, so there is bedrock in the ground, and unfortunately that means that there was one bedrock that got in our way, but otherwise we got really lucky because we could have ended up in a region like this or something. But one bedrock in the way, so there is a little bit of loss, but for the most part we're probably okay otherwise. Like, here comes a slime. This is a perfect example. Watch what's going to happen. It's a baby one, so they have to get broken down to the smallest size before they drop items. It died. Of course, it didn't actually drop any slime balls, but they would have landed that hopper. Then they travel around and they go to that chest. And you can see we've had like 3 big ones come down, and those 3 big ones have got us like 32 slime balls. So, yeah. Oh, here comes a big one. Oh, look at that. That must have came all the way from the top. So slimes will not spawn within a radius of, I think, 25 blocks of the player, or 24. And then between that and 128, or between 24 blocks and like 36 blocks, they're going to always stay there. But if they get behind like 38 blocks, 30, something like that, then they have a chance to despawn. And if they get more than 128, they for sure will despawn. So the nice thing is, here to basically the back of this hallway that we've built, and of course he's going to come after me. Here to the back of this hallway that we built is 20 blocks, which means it's like 35 blocks at the other side. So all the way up to the top, it's a little bit difficult because sometimes they may despawn. So this area down here should probably really be like in the middle region up there to probably make it a little bit more unlikely for things to despawn. But in these bottom couple rows, if they spawn, they're not going to despawn. They have a chance to despawn if they spawn on probably one of the top couple platforms. As long as they do that, the chances, but they probably won't despawn because they're not guaranteed. So they might if there's other mobs in the region, especially, or if they're there for a long time. So we're gonna have to light up the caves all around to make it better. Basically to give them a less chance of despawning and a better chance that they do indeed spawn. But they'll basically fall down, they land here, and Skatem is going to stay AFK throughout the entire night tonight. He's just leaving his computer on with his character, and to prevent him from starving to death, which now it seems like it's much easier to do in 1.9. He is, finally that cactus grew, he's in a minecart to prevent that. So we're going to let this guy do his thing by finally getting out of here. So we're going to go over here. So we're going to run back, and hopefully he dies. Oh yeah, wow, he died already. So as soon as he didn't lock onto us, he died into the cacti. And hopefully we got more. 37, so you can see he dropped 5 more slime balls, which is a little bit low, pretty reasonable, but a little bit low. You know, who knows why. They just sometimes don't drop as much because a slime can split into like just like 1 or 2 other smaller ones, but sometimes it splits into 4 and sometimes the big one splits into like 4 mediums, and all those 4 mediums split into 4 tiny ones, so then you get like a bunch of super tiny ones and then they all drop slime balls, or sometimes you get like 2 and they only like half and then you don't really get any slime drops. It just depends. But this is working pretty well already, so we'll go say hi to Skatem. He's AFK, sitting there. We tried a boat, just to have him sit in a boat, because that was the first thing that came to our mind, because I was, watching Suma, and he starves to death a couple times when he waits like all night in his wither skeleton farm, and Mitch was like, oh, well then just ride on a horse or get in a boat or a minecart where you don't have hunger or you don't lose hunger. And I was like, that's so smart. Why did nobody ever think of that? So he's here. We tried a boat, but it was really glitchy from my perspective. He was like super glitched out and like graphically messed up. And then after like 2 minutes in the boat, he ran out of memory and his Minecraft crashed. So we're trying a minecart because the boat still seemed to be really, really buggy. So he's here. This is like 25 blocks or 30 blocks from the edge of this. So he could probably actually be a little bit closer, but we're just going to test that for now to ensure that everything can be spawned in and nothing is 128 away. I saw we did have another. Oh, look at that. We had another big one coming there. And those other ones might have actually been slow to flow in, but look at that, 44. So as you can see, when I'm close here, they're only going to spawn on a couple ones, but when I was back there, they were spawning all over, which is much better. So, alrighty. I think that concludes the slime farm for now. Of course, once we get the iron to make these hoppers all the way around, we will optimize this. That chunk like right over there, and then the chunk there, and then the chunk on the other side of this are all slime chunks. So this is totally able to be expanded, but we probably would rather have beacons with haste 2 to mine quicker, and then we'll need the iron and stuff to do that. To make that more efficient. For now, this is plenty good, especially when we're willing to AFK all night long. It's dying! Split. Now those are dying. I see slime balls falling from the small ones. Ooh. And here they go, the last of them. Unfortunately, that is the one block in the middle that has it. I bet you they're all in here already. And they are, look at that. We're getting slime balls. We can make things with slime blocks now. That is going to be it for this episode of Spazcraft. If you like this video, be sure to favorite it, subscribe, do all that stuff that you guys do. Comment down below any feedback on the slime farm if you have suggestions how to make it more efficient, what's good about it, what's bad about it, or anything that, at least with our resources at the time and the time that it would take to work on it, won't be too terrible. I'm going to wrap up this little segment here by moving all of my items from down below, because all of that cobblestone is going to be very useful in the future for building slabs for potentially a pigman farm. So I have going to be moving all of those up, and then next episode, I'm not sure what we're going to do. So we'll figure out what we'll do in a little bit after I figure that out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to check out some more Minecraft, why not check out my Sky Factory 2 Let's Play with Zerthik and Necker by clicking here in the top left. If you'd like to see something else, you can check out my Eidolon Let's Play that I'll be finishing this summer by clicking here in the top right. You can follow me on Twitter down below, and then if you like what you've seen so far and you have yet to subscribe, click the big banner below.